Hey everybody, it's Scott, back with another video. Just wanted to talk today about drum racks and how to use them. Alright, let's jump into it. First, once you load up your session, go ahead and head over to the drums tab right here. Double click on the drum rack. That should put it right here and put a new drum rack channel for you right here. I'm going to go ahead and delete some of these. Now what that's going to do is it's going to pull up this right over here. It's going to pull up this drum rack. Right here it's going to show you lists of 4 times 4, 16. By the way, just so you know, there's 128. That's 128 spots on this one drum rack where you can put anything you want. Typically drum sounds, to play them as MIDI notes. This is a MIDI channel. So let's say I want to add some kicks, right? I typically do my kicks like this. Let's say I really like this kick. It's going to load up right here. It's very important, by the way. You want to organize it as quick as you can. You don't really want to start making beats and then try to go back and organize it, because it's linked to whatever you already put in the MIDI. Let's say you want to do like this kick and this kick and this kick, right? You're going to want to put them like this in this type of row. You don't want to make them a pillar. You want to make it a row, because that allows you, which I'll show you later, to have them all kind of right here next to each other. If I were to, let's say, put a snare, say I pick a snare, right? And I put it here, you're going to have a kick and a snare and then a kick and then a kick, which gets really annoying when you have, let's double click here, when you really have maybe put your kicks here, snares here, hi-hats, and then maybe anything else. Next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to highlight the spot where you would like to place your drums. Hit Control Shift and M. Control Shift M. It's going to pull up this right here. Make sure this is on so you can hear whatever you're doing. So here's going to let you write your automation. You can see that I just hit spacebar to play it, and I'm just clicking it in. You could go ahead and just, click all these through. It's really easy though. If you just drag this down, make about 4 loops here. Hit once you've selected this, Control D, 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 and that creates a longer amount of plays, right? And if you ever want to make these all one, go ahead and Control J. Once you've selected all of them, Control J, and that just makes them all one file there. Anyways, I want to talk a little bit more about the drum rack itself. Let's go back and just make a beat like I was going to do. All I need is, I guess, a kick and a snare. See how I have my kick, 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 and then snare? That makes it really easy to work with. And let's just go ahead and select this and right. So let's go ahead and add a hi-hat. Why not, right? We're already here. I'm going to put my hi-hats right here. Any hi-hats that I like anyways, just so that I know they're going to be easy to find. Let's just go ahead and duplicate all these through here. Pretty funky. So now that we have that, let's say we want to add some effects. So that's pretty easy. What you want to do is you want to add some effects by going to the audio effects here, unless you got some plugins. Let's say we wanted to put reverb on the whole thing. Go ahead and just drag the reverb here. That'll put reverb on whatever you have coming through this MIDI channel. Let's say, though, which in most cases I find myself doing this most of the time, you just want to put reverb on one instrument. You don't want to put it on the kick, the snare, the hi-hat, the whole thing. Maybe you just want to put reverb on the snare. So let's find the snare. Let's drag the reverb on this dot. So if you drag it on that square, you noticed it didn't come up over here. If you drop right that square, did not come up over here. To find the reverb that you put right on this square, click the square. Then the reverb will come up and you can play with it from there. See, now it's only in the snare. One last thing that I do want to hit before I say goodbye is I'd love to talk a little bit about the hot swap mode. Let's say I wanted to try a different snare, okay? I wasn't sure if I like this snare, maybe I want to switch to something a little bit different. Hot swap mode helps you audition other instruments that you might want to put on your MIDI drum rack. So to instigate hot swap mode, you'll see this little, looks like a refresh emblem. Just click the refresh emblem. It'll enable hot swap mode. Then go ahead and find whatever sample pack you want to use to audition. Just double click and it will be added to the hot swap. All right, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more tips.